nice and smooth. Drive. Yeah. Drive.
And my stomach just started to get a little bit distended. So I think this is the cause.
Most athletes, sports people I know use cannabis. All the fighters I know use cannabis because it helps them to relax, helps them to recover. It would help if I had a fucking lighter that works.
Yates' critique of modern culture. Alright, let's dive into Dorian Yates' no-holds-barred critique of today's bodybuilding scene. The man's got some thoughts, and he's not shy about sharing them. So picture this, Dorian Yates, the legendary mass monster himself, taking a good, hard look at the state of modern bodybuilding. And you know what he sees? A bunch of young bucks throwing caution to the wind and gunning for glory without giving a second thought to their health. Yates isn't one to mince words. He's straight up calling out the attitude of many young bodybuilders, accusing them of caring more about snagging trophies than safeguarding their long-term well-being. It's like they're playing a high-stakes game of chicken with their own bodies, all in the name of chasing that championship title. So let's talk about steroids, shall we? Yates doesn't shy away from the elephant in the room. He knows they're a pervasive part of the sport, and he's not afraid to shine a spotlight on the risks they pose. From heart issues to hormonal imbalances, Yates isn't sugarcoating it. Steroid use comes with a hefty price tag, and he's not sure if the juice is worth the squeeze. But here's the thing, Yates isn't just griping for the sake of it. He's genuinely concerned about the future of bodybuilding. He sees a sport teetering on the edge, with competitors willing to gamble their health for a shot at glory, and that's got him worried. From mass monster to health advocate. Alright, buckle up for the wild ride that is Dorian Yates' evolution from mass monster to health guru. This guy's story is a roller coaster of highs, lows, and everything in between. Back in the day, Dorian Yates was the epitome of mass monster building. Picture bulging muscles, veins popping like nobody's business, and a physique that could make even the toughest competitors tremble. He was all about pushing the limits, breaking records, and dominating the stage like a true champ.
On. Good. Nice and smooth. Drive. Yeah. Drive it. Drive it. Bring it up. Yes. Finish. Yes. Do one more. Yes.
But here's the twist. After hanging up his posing trunks, Yates did a complete 180. Suddenly, it wasn't all about sheer size and muscle mass anymore. Nope, he had a new mission, prioritizing overall health and well-being. And let me tell you, he dove into it head first. You see, Yates had his fair share of battles outside the gym, from wrestling with body dysmorphia to grappling with drug misuse. He'd seen the dark side of the bodybuilding world up close and personal. And let's not forget about steroids. They were practically part of his daily routine back in the day. But instead of letting these struggles define him, Yates used them as fuel for his transformation. He embraced a new mindset, one focused on balance, moderation, and longevity. Suddenly, it wasn't just about looking good on stage. It was about feeling good in every aspect of life. And you know what? It paid off big time. These days, Yates is more than just a retired bodybuilder. He's a bona fide health advocate. From sharing his insights on body dysmorphia to speaking out about the dangers of drug misuse, he's become a voice of reason in a world that can sometimes seem downright crazy. Steroids and health risks. Let's dive deep into Dorian Yates' take on steroids and the murky waters of health risks in bodybuilding. Brace yourself because we're about to unpack some heavy stuff. First off, Yates isn't one to sugarcoat things. He knows full well that steroids are as common in bodybuilding as protein shakes. In fact, he's not shy about acknowledging their prevalence among professional bodybuilders. It's like an open secret. Everyone knows it's happening, but few are willing to talk about it openly. But here's where things get interesting. Yates isn't just brushing off the health risks associated with steroids. Nope, he's staring them square in the face and grappling with some hard truths.
And my stomach just started to get a little bit distended. So I think this is the cause. I'm always honest, I tell you the truth. Yes, I used insulin. Was it a positive? In my mind. Not to mention the negative health effects. Using insulin and steroids and other things altogether, this is becoming a ticking time bomb.
See, back in the day, Yates was all about pushing the limits. Consequences be damned. He freely admits that he didn't give a second thought to the potential health consequences of his steroid use. It was all about chasing that elusive dream of glory, no matter the cost. But as time marched on, Yates' perspective began to shift. He started to realize that maybe, just maybe, there was more to life than winning competitions at all costs. He began to reckon with the toll that steroids were taking on his body, from hormonal imbalances to potential long-term health issues. In his own words, Yates reflects on his younger self's cavalier attitude towards steroids, saying, "When you're 25, you don't give a shit. When you're 25, you just want to be the best in the world and be Mr. Olympia." But as he matured and his bodybuilding career waned, he started to see things differently. He began to understand the gravity of his choices and the importance of prioritizing health over fleeting fame, body dysmorphia, and self-esteem. Alright, let's delve into the fascinating topic of body dysmorphia and self-esteem in bodybuilding, with insights straight from the man himself, Dorian Yates. Now picture this, Dorian Yates, the six-time Mr. Olympia, standing on stage, his muscles bulging, veins popping, the epitome of physical perfection. But behind that chiseled exterior lies a battle that many don't see, the struggle with body dysmorphia. Throughout his illustrious career, Yates grappled with a distorted perception of his own physique. Despite his incredible success and accolades, he often found himself plagued by feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction with his body. It's a common plight among bodybuilders, where the quest for perfection can sometimes veer into dangerous territory. But here's the thing about Yates, he didn't let those negative thoughts consume him. Instead, he found ways to maintain a healthy mindset amidst the pressures of the sport. He recognized that bodybuilding wasn't just about physical appearance, but also about mental fortitude and self-acceptance. Yates' perception of his physique shifted over time, evolving from a relentless pursuit of size and mass to a more balanced approach focused on overall health and well-being. He realized that true strength came from within, not just from the size of his muscles. And while the spotlight may have illuminated his flaws, Yates remained steadfast in his commitment to self-improvement. He embraced his imperfections, recognizing them as a part of what made him unique. As he once said, "I never started bodybuilding because I thought I'm not big enough, I'm not strong enough." Through it all, Yates developed coping mechanisms to navigate the challenges of body dysmorphia, whether it was through meditation, yoga, or simply staying grounded in his values. He found ways to keep his perspective in check. Psychedelics, cannabis, and yoga. Alright, let's take a journey beyond the world of bodybuilding and into the realm of psychedelics, cannabis, and yoga with none other than Dorian Yates. After hanging up his posing trunks, Yates didn't just fade into the background. No sir, he embarked on a whole new adventure, exploring alternative practices that would reshape his outlook on life and contribute to his overall well-being. First up, psychedelics. Now this might raise a few eyebrows, but hear me out. Yates dabbled in psychedelics as a means of expanding his consciousness and gaining a deeper understanding of himself and the world around him. And let me tell you, it was a trip in more ways than one. Through experiences with substances like psychedelics, Yates found a newfound sense of connection with the universe and a heightened awareness of his own existence. It was like peeling back the layers of reality and uncovering the true essence of his being. But that's not all. Yates also turned to cannabis as a means of relaxation and introspection. Whether it was sparking up a joint or indulging in some cannabis-infused meditation, he found solace in the calming effects of the plant. And hey, who can blame him? Sometimes you just need to take a step back, light one up, and let the stress melt away.
Most athletes, sports people I know use cannabis. All the fighters I know use cannabis because it helps them to relax, helps them to recover.
Just carried on.
It would help if I had a fucking lighter that worked.
And then there's yoga, the ancient practice of mind, body, and spirit. Yates dove headfirst into the world of yoga, embracing the physical and mental benefits that it had to offer. From downward dog to warrior pose, he found strength, flexibility, and inner peace on the yoga mat. Through these alternative practices, Yates experienced personal growth and transformation like never before. He discovered new ways of thinking, new ways of being, and a renewed sense of purpose beyond the realm of competitive bodybuilding. As he once said, "My challenges are more spiritual, to try and understand and develop that side of myself and to help other people." And that, my friends, is the essence of Dorian Yates' journey beyond bodybuilding. A quest for enlightenment, self-discovery, and ultimately, happiness. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.